again. So my name's Coach Adam, and I'm from CrossFit Exalted. I'm one of the co-owners and also the head coach. And I'm here because I believe that we can transform, improve, and quite possibly save your life. So what is CrossFit? CrossFit is constantly varied functional movements done at high intensity. There's a lot of misconceptions around that, so I just wanted to break that down. So constantly varied. The reason we have constantly varied in our prescription is because if you do the same exercise over and over again, your body's going to adapt, and then it's not going to become effective anymore. So we're constantly changing the exercises so you don't plateau in your fitness journey. Next, we have functional movements. So you won't see a lot of machines at our gym. And the reason is because we believe that you're intended to do certain movements that improve your life. We squat because you have to sit down and stand up. We deadlift because you have to pick stuff up off of the ground properly for the rest of your life. So all the movements that you'll see at a CrossFit gym mimic things that would improve your quality of life in your every day-to-day living. And next we have high intensity. And I think this is where CrossFit gets a bad rap, because people think maximum intensity. But high intensity just means 70% effort or above. And research shows that 70% effort is where you start to see results. And that's why we're working out, right? Because we all want results. So CrossFit, in short, is performing natural movements in different combinations at an effective dose. Doesn't sound as scary now, does it? So I said I can save your life. And the reason is because I think we have a real solution to a problem or epidemic that's going on in this world. 7 out of 10 deaths are caused by chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, stroke, and it's just increasing every day. And we have 3 tools that we use at our gym to help fight against that epidemic. So the 3 tools are coaching, to guide and educate, adversity, to challenge and strengthen, and community, to support and uplift. I'll start off with coaching. So I left CrossFit for a while to work at a big fitness franchise. And what I noticed is when a new prospect walked in, I knew if they had done CrossFit or not because they moved a little bit better than everyone else. And the reason is because half of our class is spent teaching you how to perform the movements. At this fitness franchise, we got about 90 seconds to teach you the movement. So of an hour class, about 30 minutes of that class is warming you up, teaching you how to do the movement, correcting your movement patterns, and making sure that you understand why we're doing the movements. So let's say one day you didn't want to do CrossFit anymore, or you move away, you have physical autonomy for life. And that's the goal, physical freedom for the rest of your life. And that's why it's important to actually learn these movements. Next, we have adversity. So modern comfort is supposedly making us happy, right? You hit the Amazon button, you get something in an hour, that's supposed to make you happy. But as reported recently, 29% of adults have been reported to have some sort of depression in their life. And that's a 10% increase since 2015, which is about 9 years ago. So why isn't all this comfort making us happy? So there's a part of the brain called the AMCC. That's a long word, so I'll just start with AMCC. And studies show, actually recent studies within the past 2 years show that it grows as we do challenging things, and more importantly, things that we don't want to do. And it's actually smaller in people that die by all-cause morbidities, and larger in people that live a really, really long life. And the reason is because these people are constantly challenging themselves, and this part of the brain keeps growing, which makes you more resilient to hard times. Last, we have community. So a CrossFit gym is filled with people that are constantly trying to improve themselves, are constantly supporting each other and uplifting each other. And the reason this is so important is because every interaction you have, like this meeting that we're having right now, is an exchange of energy. So being constantly surrounded by people that are uplifting you puts you in a place where you can receive positive energy. So you're not around negative people all the time, you're actually around people that are going to share this communal energy with you. So I'll finish off with a testimonial. So this is Rebecca. When Rebecca started at our gym about a year and a half ago, she was 260 pounds. She had recently been through a divorce, and she was at one of the lowest points in her life. She was also a single mother of three kids, a top engineer at her firm, and she wasn't in a good place in her life. So Rebecca started off at 260 pounds, and her current weight's 215, so she's down 45 pounds. Losing the weight was the first part of it, but I didn't think that was the part that made her happy. So we found out Rebecca's really, really strong, like insanely strong. And she even went on to win a CrossFit competition this year. And again, she was happy, but I still thought there was room for more. So this is a quote from Rebecca that I received about 2 weeks ago. A year ago, I used to believe that it was just a matter of diet and exercise. Little did I know the effects of good sleep and a balanced life. You can still enjoy a burger every once in a while and see results. I have stopped eating out of guilt and my emotions anymore. My kids even see the change in me. This continues to be such a fun and exciting journey. This is Rebecca. Her 3 kids are in our CrossFit Kids program, and she's kicking butt. She's training for the Chicago Half Marathon, and now I see some real happiness. You see, the biggest adaptation that happens when you do challenging things like CrossFit isn't in the body, it's in the mind. And by challenging yourself, you're building resilience to hard times, but you're also finding joy in challenging things. So I invite you for some change. CrossFit offers more than just fitness. It offers community, it offers results, and it offers resilience.